What's up, moms, and welcome to CoV Mom Lounge, where we spill the tea on how to survive motherhood. My name is Kayla, and I am the creator of Culture Vibes, also known as CoV. In this podcast, we will share the good, the bad, and the ugly sides of motherhood and how you can walk away still feeling like you're living your best life. This podcast will include a mix of expert advice, personal experiences, and a whole lot of good vibes. All the stuff you need to survive your motherhood journey. So if you're ready to jump into today's episode, then grab your cup of tea or your glass of wine and let's get started. Happy New Year, everyone. Whoop, whoop, we made it. 2022. I want to thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. CoV Mom Lounge has been something that has been in the making for literally a year now. I want to say that I started putting together some ideas for this podcast about a year ago, getting together some equipment and things like that I wanted to use for the podcast, and just now getting this baby off the ground. I am excited to bring it into 2022 and start this year off with a bang. I thought, what better way than starting this episode, this podcast, than starting with my why. I think that it's really important for you guys to be able to hear and know what really drives me and what drove this podcast and really what drove Culture of Vibes in general. So my why is super simple, y'all. It's you. It's all the beautiful mamas in the world. Motherhood can be a lonely, challenging journey and can even be more challenging when you're doing it alone. When I became a mom, it was literally the most terrifying and amazing and special thing that happened to me. It was like the universe opened up and I could see clearly, and all I needed to see and care about was this little being that was brought into my life. It was literally the most magical thing that has ever happened to me, I feel like, and even still probably has happened to me. When I became a mom, it literally became like my focus. Life became easy. Everything that I did, every decision that I made was with my son at the forefront of my decision making. This was actually one of the reasons why me and his father split, why I left my job that I was in at the time when he was born, working open to closes, being in unhealthy relationships. Nothing mattered to me except for creating a healthy and safe space for my child. A space where I was going to be able to be there for them and support him throughout his journey and his life. That was the only thing that mattered to me. And it was great. I mean, I don't regret any decisions that I made when my son was born. I don't regret anything that had happened or the outcomes of anything that had happened. My son literally was everything to me. But one thing that I did realize was that it made life really lonely. It was just me and him all the time, and work. And when you work, it was great, but then it was like you couldn't really talk to the people at work like that, or you couldn't hang out with them after work because you have a kid, and so, you know, you couldn't really do things like that. I wasn't somebody who had like a lot of babysitters on hand. Don't get me wrong. If my family is listening to this, they're gonna be like, Kayla, don't even. We babysat for you when you need, and they did. I love them so much, and I'm so grateful for them to be able to get the reprieves that I did, and being able to go out and enjoy life. But ultimately, it can be a really lonely and challenging experience when you become a mom. I was fortunate enough when my son was like 3, maybe 4, fate brought these amazing women into my life. I had 4 women that were brought into my life, and they became my closest and dearest friends. All of them were moms, which was super amazing. All of them came from different backgrounds and experiences, had different motherhood journeys, and it was literally such a vibe. And meeting these women really changed my life. They pulled me out of my being stuck in just being a mom. They pulled me into purpose. They pulled me into my dreams. They gave me adventures. We did things as a family groups and taking our kids out places and doing things together and encouraging me to continue to follow the dreams and goals that I had set for myself when I was a mom. And literally, they just opened my eyes to show me that I was, for the longest time, being a caretaker and not being a caregiver for my son. That if I had continued on in my journey, that one of two situations were going to happen. That my son was going to be completely dependent on me as a grown-ass man, being afraid to make any decision or fly away from home or do anything by himself, not being able to cook, clean, do anything for themselves, or I was going to be completely dependent on my son. I was going to be so involved in his life, what he was doing, his activities, that by the time he flew away from home, I was not going to know what to do with myself, people. And I know that some of you out there are in one of those two categories. You are either so involved in your children's life that literally they don't do any big decisions without consulting you first. I know that there are some of you out there that right now that have kids that are almost to the age of being out of the house, and you are terrified of what is going to happen next. What are you going to do with yourself? You have put your dreams, your goals, your adventures off to the side for so long, thinking, oh, when they get older, I will pick that thing back up again. But now it has been so long that you don't even know what to do with yourself. I'm here to tell you that there's another path, and it's not too late to change. It's not too late to transform your life and really chase down your dreams, your goals, your purpose. You still have time to transform your mindset, get unstuck, and reawaken your life. I'm here to tell you that it can be done, and this is my why. If you vibe with my message, if you have been in this situation, if you have been in one of these two categories, this is my why. This podcast is for you. To let you know that you are not alone in your thoughts, your way of thinking, and also let you know that you can do so much more. You are a rock star, you are a goddess, you are a diva, you are a baddie, you are whoever you want to be, and you can follow your dreams, goals, and ambitions and still be an amazing mom too. So, if you believe in my why, if you are feeling what I'm saying, then save this podcast, subscribe to it, sign up for the alerts, do all the things so that you can be notified when the next episodes come out, because this is a sisterhood, y'all. That was one thing that I found and was probably the second most amazing and magical thing that happened to me in my life was meeting my friends, my sisters, my girls, and really discovering what life really was all about. And I'm here to let you know I'm here for you. That I'm your sister. I'm your girl. I'm the one that's gonna let you know that what you're thinking, what you're feeling. I hear you, girl. But you can do better. You can be better. You can be anything that you want to be, and you don't need to be stuck in just mom mode. So if you're ready to get started, then make sure that you subscribe to this podcast as well as sign up for the alerts. Our next episodes are going to be on New Year's resolutions and how to foolproof your New Year's resolution to make sure that this is a year that you succeed. Thank you again for tuning in, and until next time, love, light, and peace.